Paranoid? Good, because some of you should be, because some of you, even though you're amazing and super sexy, are doing some things thinking that it's making you extra sexy, when the reality is it's making you look silly and, dare I say, ugly. Today, gentlemen, I'm going over 7 things that guys do thinking it makes them look attractive when the reality is it makes them look ugly. If you're ready to not be ugly, gentlemen, drop me one of these to tell the algorithm to suck it. Speaking of sucking it, you know what's really sucked for me is not doing the Alpha M project. And honestly, I'm itching to do it again. Gentlemen, if you want the Alpha M project to come back, why don't you drop me one of these to be like, yo, Alpha, that sounds amazing, make it happen. First thing that you are potentially doing that you think makes you look super attractive and sexy, but actually makes you look ugly, is wearing clothes that are too damn tight. I call them sausage outfits. It's a razor thin line between wearing fitted and tailored and looking like a sausage. And gentlemen, too many of you are crossing that line. So here's an example of a shirt that is too small for me, right? Now, it looks okay when I'm standing up, but the problem is when you sit. All right, so check it out, right? When I'm sitting, look what happens to my placket. It gets all out of whack. You can see the strain on the buttons because the shirt is actually too small. This shirt makes me look like a sausage. The other thing it does is, yeah, exactly, maybe it is the right size. And here's an example of the way that a shirt should fit, all right? It's still tailored, it's still slim fit, but when I sit, there's no placket puckering or pulling on buttons. Gentlemen, slim fit is good, Sausage City, bad. Speaking of bad, you know what makes you look bad? Is too many tattoos. Now hear me out. I know that tattoos are cool. I know that they make you look like dangerous and bad boy and sexy and all that stuff, but depending on what you want out of your life and out of a career, you really need to think through, because unfortunately, people do judge you. People judge people that have a lot of tattoos. Now I know you're like, yo, Alpha, I don't care if they don't like me, suck it, right? Exactly, and that's fine. Unfortunately, the reality is the fact that they are judging you regardless of if they can suck it or not. And depending on what you want out of a career, out of a relationship, out of a potential employment opportunity, you really need to think through, because even though you're an amazing dude, I know this, you know this, we know this, but it doesn't take away the fact that people are judging you. And if you want to ensure that you have the most opportunities, you got to make sure at least you don't have any tattoos that are super visible, all right? Keep it under the shirt. It's not too tight, making you look like a sausage. Number 3, homemade tank tops. Quite possibly one of the worst, ugliest shirts a dude can rock. Now in your head, you're like, yo, I've been working out, Alpha. How else am I going to show off my gains? I get it. I get it, right? Of course, I understand. The fact is, though, if you're exercising, people can tell, and you don't need to remove the sleeves or the sides of your shirt in order to show people that you're working out. And then if you want to know a secret, when you actually remove the sides, you know what it really does? Boobie fat is bad, gentlemen, and these shirts are notorious for making dudes look like they got boobie fat, even if they're like in really good shape. But check it out. Here's a tank top that's a little bit better in terms of making you not look so skinny fat, all right? It's covering up the boobie fat. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is tank tops. Should you wear them? There are 2 places where I think it's appropriate to rock a tank top. Number 1 is the gym. If you want to go to the gym in a tank, just make sure the tank is appropriate, and a wife beater is not appropriate. The other place that tank tops are appropriate are the beach, the pool, the lake, somewhere tropical where there's water and spicy senoritas. Just make sure that your boobie fat isn't exposed. Speaking of exposed, does that look natural? Can you tell that I'm losing my hair? Number 4, the comb over, the camouflage, or the toupee? The toupee? Personally, I think this is totally natural looking and I look amazing. You don't look amazing. If you're losing your hair, you got 2 options. Option number 1 is to own it, right? Shave it off, go nice and short, maybe grow a little facial hair, some glasses to add some dimension and draw the eye down. You'll look amazing, bald and beautiful. But if you're like me and you're not ready to own it and you think you look better with hair, gentlemen, you know what you can do? Your option is to hit that link down below and go see today's video sponsor, Bosley. When it comes to me, my hair loss, guys, because yes, I started to actually lose my hair. A few months ago, I noticed extra hair in the sink. Every time I do this, a little something extra. I also noticed like some thinning areas. Anyway, the deal is I went to Bosley, and the reason is pretty simple. There's nobody that I trust more, and the reason is because they have been in the hair loss game for 45 years. If you are somebody that is concerned about losing your hair, you got to hit that link down below, because Bosley has an incredible quiz that is totally free. All it's going to do is ask you a series of questions, 4 questions. The other thing that you can do is schedule an appointment with the Bosley counselor through that portal. You also can download the completely free guide to hair loss and hair restoration through that portal. Guys, hit the link down below and go download that guide. You also are going to get a $250 Bosley gift card if you do. That gift card you can use if you go in and actually utilize a Bosley service. The quiz is amazing and totally free. Guys, you gotta take it. Do not wait. Start today. Free! Guys, it's totally free. Go take the quiz. You have nothing to lose except more hair, if I'm being completely honest. And that was something that I didn't want to do, because the sooner you catch it, the sooner you can do something about it and stop it. The other thing that you can do through that link, guys, is go to Bosley RX, which is where I get my finasteride. All right, so Bosley RX essentially is a modern day approach to getting prescription hair loss medication shipped directly to your door. And if you go through our link down below, guys, you're going to get your first month of medication for free off of 2 of the treatment plans. Guys, now is the time. Do not wait, because the sooner you catch your hair loss, the sooner you can do something about it, the sooner you can stop it. And when it comes to my hair loss, guys, there is nobody that I trust more than Bosley. They are the hair doctors. If you're experiencing any form of hair loss, they are the people to go to, in my opinion. Guys, hit the link right now. Go take the quiz and download the completely free guide to hair loss and hair restoration, not to mention that $250 Bosley gift card. The fifth thing the guys think make them look like super attractive, but in my opinion makes you look a little bit ugly, is big beards. Now, here's the deal, right? I know beards are super popular, but the fact is, in my humble, not so humble opinion, if you are rocking a big, monstrous, unkept beard, I know you think it makes you look super manly, which it does, but it also makes you look unkempt and stinky. As in, like, stanky. Like, you don't look like you have good hygiene, your nuts probably smell all musky. Now, is this true? Probably not. You might be super clean, but in my opinion, the big, monstrous beard does look a little bit not exactly amazing at all. But Alf, I thought you said chicks dig beards. They do dig beards, but big monstrous ones, I would go out on a limb and say that is a very, 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 very small percentage of spicy senoritas that actually dig them. Most senoritas are more attracted to a dude with a more moderate length, also one that is maintained and well groomed. The sixth thing that guys think make them look like super attractive, but it actually makes you look a little bit not great, and that is too many rings. The Alpha M rule for looking sexy wearing rings is 1 ring per hand. But if you're somebody and you're rocking a thumb ring, an index finger ring, a pinky ring, just way too many, actually more than just one on your hand, you look a little bit trashy, in my opinion. Says the 44-year-old dude rocking earrings, right? Exactly. You've probably thought it. Yo, Alpha, what are you doing with those earrings? I know. Just like with tattoos, guys, if you are rocking earrings or facial piercings or nipple piercings, people are going to form opinions of you, which is why whenever I would actually go in to sit down, like at a bank or some meeting that was important, I would take my earrings out, go in, have the meeting, and then I'd come out and put them in. And the reason is because I didn't want somebody to judge me unfairly. And so if you are somebody that is going to be rocking any type of facial piercing, just understand that people are going to be forming opinions about you. And so if you are going to go in for a job interview or something important, I would remove them. Now, if you are going to get your ear holes stretched out, if you take those plugs or gauges out, your ears are going to look like sloppy buttholes. Seriously, it looks like a loose, sloppy butthole when you take them out. And the only way you're really actually going to fix that is to have surgery. Guys, before you gauge, think about it. Number 7 is wearing too much of a good thing, meaning fragrance. Guys, there's nothing that's gonna make you more repulsive to somebody than wearing too much fragrance, even if that fragrance smells incredible. 3 squirts, all right? And depending on how strong that fragrance is, you might actually wanna bring it down a little bit. Now, if it's like a super weak fragrance, you might actually do 4, but typically 3 is gonna be the Alpha M rule. My personal pulse points of preference are the neck and the wrist. Now, little fragrance hack is to actually get a little dab of Vaseline and put it on your pulse points and then apply your fragrance. And the reason why this is incredible, it's going to allow that fragrance to sit on top of the surface on the pulse points, which means it's going to help it project longer and better. And I'm going to toss you a bonus, gentlemen. The 8th thing that guys do thinking that it makes them look sexy, but it actually makes you look ugly, are dick pics. But it's not just pics of your wiener, gentlemen. It's pics of you taking selfies in general, too much, and posting them. It makes you look a little bit full of yourself and like an egomaniac. Says the egomaniac. Gentlemen, I love you. You gotta stop doing the 7+ bonus things that I'm talking about in this video, because if you do, unfortunately, you're not looking sexy, you're looking ugly. Ladies, it's not accurate.